begin with the incident. I was sitting in Joe Murray's bar one night, as he usually did. I was talking with this couple I liked and having a few beers. I worked for Joe Murray at the time. I was a paid thug. I hurt people. I said violent things. I shot people. As warnings. My girlfriend Greta had just left me. I still saw her most nights because she left me for Joe fucking Murray. Now it attracts people. That and I was beating her up. I knew it was wrong, but I'm not the issue here, so let's leave it. Actually, let's not. She fucking annoyed me. She would give herself to any man who wanted it. I knew this as a fact. And I was sick of sticking it where someone else had put it a few hours earlier. So, I was sitting in this bar one night and talking to this couple I liked. I'm relaxing. Earlier that day, I got to chase this man up and down his premises in Cable Street. He knew all these stairwells and things you never thought would existed. I was exhausted. He was a shoe repair man. I hate people with skills who can do things. It's a small quibble, but I refuse to constrain my personality. I believe that can lead to issues. I must have broken every bone in his hand. And then I shaved his head and I stamped on his nuts so many times he passed out. So, this couple I was talking to, they were young and friendly and they came in and out sometimes. They were friendly with each other too. I was a little bit jealous, but at the same time, I was happy for them. I was talking to them and we were talking about politics and weather and things. On the other side of the bar, I see Greta talking to this fella called Harry Delaney. He'd lived in England a number of years and wore a necklace. I felt like throwing my drink at them, but I was in too good of a mood. So I was talking with this couple, and we were talking about films and things, and I see Greta walk past me. She was wearing a coat and she was smoking. I see Harry Delaney knock back his shot and go the long way around. I knew what those fuckers were up to, but fuck them, I thought. They would have to do whatever they were going to do in the car park, and it was a freezing cold night. They'd freeze their bare asses off, and Greta would have to be back in time for closing to suck Joe Murray's dick or whatever it was she did to him after hours. So they'd gone outside. They were only gone a few minutes, and I was shooting the breeze with this couple I liked, and guess who comes down the stairs? Joe fucking Murray. The look on his face made my day. He looked angry and miserable at the same time. See, he loved Greta. He was the type of man that would put her in a china cabinet and polish her if he could. But I knew what he really liked. He liked sticking out girls' asses. I'd seen him do it. He was a right degenerate. It was one of the things that annoyed me about him and Greta. She probably enjoyed it too. Not me though. I always preferred it straight. No messing. So, Joe Murray was looking for Greta, and people were talking to him, asking him for favours and spoofing how he'd lost weight. I heard him ask somebody, have you seen Greta? Nobody had seen her leave. He made his way around to our table and I introduced him to people. A couple I was talking to were just leaving. Joe Murray bought me a drink. And then he said he wanted to talk to me about their business. But I knew what he really wanted to talk about. You see, he never squared it with me the way she moved out of my place and straight into his. I knew if he mentioned it, it would make me fucking angry. And then it was sort of funny. He said to me, did she do this a lot? Go off without saying anything. I thought it was a right gas him asking me. A bad man, as you know. But I said to him, I don't know. See, he knew then he shouldn't have talked to me about Greta after he stole away from me. But he was thick as shit sometimes, he really was. That's the incident I wanted to start with. It's sort of funny, isn't it? But it's sort of sick as well.